Hey guys, came for 15, joined by myself. That's who I'm joined by. Um, we basically back with more Blue Box, and we finally get the episode that, well, it typically happens in these romance shows. If you're accustomed to watching all these romance shows, and it's the typical rejection episode where your main male character rejects the other girl in the, I guess you could say, love triangle with the other female main character of the show, and they get their heart crushed. And today was that episode. Now, if you watched my last episode review of Blue Box, I kind of knew already what this episode was about because people kept posting it to fucking Twitter, and they just can't, I don't know, not post it. And if you're wondering why or why was it up, Japan actually gets the episodes a lot earlier than we do. They're like 1 week ahead from the worldwide version. So the worldwide version of Blue Box will be ending next week. Now apparently I heard there's still more content. So I'm guessing what's gonna happen is we're gonna get a season 2 eventually. I guess it makes the most sense because clearly we know Endgame is Shinatsu and Taiki, and if they don't resolve it, and there's more content if to adapt from the manga, then hopefully we get a season 2 announcement. But knowing this is a Netflix anime, I think we will get a season 2 announcement. And honestly, I think the show is pretty well widely liked. So there's that. But this week was the rejection episode where Hina basically gets told by Taiki, like, I do not reciprocate your feelings. I don't like you like that. So yeah, and honestly, that was kind of just it of the episode. We're being honest. Like, there's no other story points. It's just that. And it's basically Hina throughout the episode leading up to the rejection of her basically envisioning what dating Taiki could be like, the type of relationship that they could have if it was a serious relationship. And we go to find out, like, even through all the time she joked with him about her feelings and everything, deep down, she still felt, I guess you can say, very, how can I say it? She felt very, I want to say awkward, but like embarrassed with what she was saying because she clearly likes the dude. And you can clearly see like she likes him. And then like he does something where he pulls out this leaf out of her hair and it just gets it to where it's the whole thing and everything. But again, it's kind of the whole thing of this, and I'll talk about it in the rejection scene, overall breakdown of it. But again, you started off like with last week where her friend's like, hey, the bonfire thing, I think you should tell him, like, you like him and how much you like him and everything, and you should hope he gives you an answer. And Hina's like, no, no, no. I'm gonna make him wait. I'm gonna wait till he tells me that he likes me, right? And I'm just like listening to this, and I'm like, that's probably not the. Sorry, guys. Kind of have a sore throat. My God. But I'm just like, I don't think that's the right thing for you to do because that doesn't make the most sense. Like, you should not want Taiki, you should not wait. You should probably want a rejection or a confirmation if he likes you back because it's only going to hurt you a lot more if you wait. So, you have it in the episode where it's the bonfire moment. And Ayumi, also, speaking of Ayumi, right? As I sink down my soda, Ayumi has a talk with Kyo. And she's talking about relationships and everything, but Kyo basically like, you tend to have short relationships. So, I don't know why anybody would take your advice for these relationship stuff when you can't even hold a stable one for like less than a week, essentially, right? And basically, Kyo kind of puts Ayumi in her place, saying like, you talk about how you know these relationships and how things go, But in reality, you don't. You don't know where relationships go. You don't know how they're supposed to be. So, guess what? This is what's gonna happen. That's the thing. So, she does the whole thing. She does the whole thing of getting Hina to be alone with Taiki, saying like, "Hey, go take my manager task, right?" And Hina's shocked by this. She runs with Taiki. Okay, hopefully, I'm still having issues. My stupid throat. That's why you don't suck on cough drops. Hmm. Anyways, so what happens is Taiki and Hina have a talk, and then that's when Hina just comes out and says that she loves Taiki. And Taiki, that's when Taiki comes to the like realization. He's like, "Yeah, this is probably not good. This is probably not good. Probably should nip this in the bud." And he basically goes on to tell her, "Hey, like, I appreciate sentiments. I appreciate the thoughts and how fact that you like me, but look, I can't do it." And he's being honestly truthful with his opinion and his feelings. And he basically rejects Hina here in a beautiful scene. They had wonderful vocal music in the background. It was just beautiful. Sadly, the rejection was sad. But basically, the point of the conversation that Taiki was telling Hina of the reason why he's rejecting her is he's like, "Look, I like the fact that you told me that you like me, but it's really giving me mixed signals. And with you consistently telling me all these things and everything, it's giving me these signs, and it's making it to where I just can't think straight, and it's making my feelings be discombobulated. And I can't think straight." That's what he's basically saying. He's basically talking about like Hina's giving all these hints to him, saying like how much she likes him, how much she loves him, and it's over making him overthink himself on his true feelings and who he truly likes. And then that's when he goes on and says like, "Look, I can't reciprocate your feelings. I like Jinatsu." And that's when Hina kind of tries to do the desperate thing of saying like, don't say it. Like, I know you don't know her. She doesn't know you as much as I do, which is crazy that she's saying that. I'm like, yes, that's true, but she's going desperate. Like, she's like, "What do I have to do? Is it because you live with her? I'll start live." She literally says in the episode, like, "I'll start living with you." And she's doing everything she can to try to keep Taiki, try to win those feelings, right? But it's not working. It's not working. So this might be one of my worst Blue Box episode reviews, man. I swear, because I can't swallow. Pause. But as I was saying, she's saying all these things to try to keep Taiki and try to keep the fact that I still have a chance, I still have a chance, I still have a chance. But Taiki's like, "You need to stop, please. Like, it's not cool. It's not the right thing to do. And it's just not healthy for you." And basically what I took away from this whole relationship or this whole thing was Taiki was basically telling Hina, "Listen, I like Chinatsu, and that's what it's gonna be at the end of the day." And even Hina's like, "Well, what if she doesn't like you? I don't even know Chinatsu Senpai likes you like that. What if she doesn't like you?" And Taiki basically says like, "Well, that's not gonna make me stop from liking her, the way I do, if that's the case." Because again, he doesn't know if Chinatsu likes him back. Now we know Chinatsu clearly likes Taiki back, like romantically. She's got to figure out her feelings, but we know that, right? He doesn't know that, and that's what Hina's like. Well, you don't know if what if she doesn't like you? Like this could be a waste of an opportunity right here, talking about her. And Taiki's like, yeah, you might be right, but that's not going to change anything. I feel, how I feel about Shinatsu, and honestly, that's what happens. That's real life right there. You know, if you like somebody, you're gonna like somebody, even if you don't know their feelings, and even if you know, okay, I might not stand a chance. There's a chance that they don't like me. I'm still gonna go and shoot my shot. So that's what Taiki's gonna do. You know, he's gonna shoot a shot. Hopefully for him, Shinatsu says like, "Yes, I like you back." But the whole point of the conversation was for Taiki to let Hina know, like, listen, what you're doing right now is not good. It's not healthy. And I even alluded to this last week with her saying, like, I'm not telling her friend, like, I'm gonna put it off. I don't care. I'm gonna get him to like me. And see, there's only so much you can do to get somebody to like you when it starts to become a little bit like awkward. And she's kind of taking this weird approach where she would give these hints at him instead of just asking him, like, hey, I really like you. The least you could do is give me an answer about your feelings about me. The thing is, Taiki did the right thing by letting her know now, so then in any event, down the road, it doesn't, he clearly knows like where I want to go with my feelings. It's something to where he doesn't wait down the road where it makes things more painful for Hina when he comes to the decision like, I'm going with who I'm going with, right? And that's the right thing to do. And honestly, I thought what Hina was doing by saying like, you don't have to tell me this, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do that. I thought it was just only going to hurt her in the end because it's like, well, you're telling this guy that you like, don't tell me about your feelings. I can wait. That's only making you even more antsy about getting an answer. And if it's not the answer you hear, and it's been like a long time, it's only going to hurt you more because it's going to be like, and it's going to only hurt you and upset you more because it's like, well, why should if you just didn't like me, you should have told me this from the start. And that's what Taiki was doing here. He was basically telling her like now instead of waiting like maybe a year or two when he finally figures out his feelings, right? Like, hey, I don't like you, Hina. And then that would have crushed her, right? And even though in the episode it did crush her and it sucked to see her cry and get very emotional. And then when Ayumi finally saw Hina, I think Ayumi finally realized, oh shit, maybe my way isn't the exact way that I thought, right? But, Taiki has every right to do what he did. And honestly, he did the right thing. Like, if you're a guy and you're struggling with your feelings and you have somebody who you like, but then you have this other person just always consistently telling you how much they love you, you're going to have indifferences. You're going to think about, maybe it's okay if I get with this girl. But then it's only making you indecisive. And that's what Taiki was telling Hina. Like, it's not only not making things better for her, it's making things worse for him. Because then he's starting to get these second thoughts or these second thinkings, and it's disrupting his feelings. Like we knew from the jump, from the full moment the season show started, he liked Shinatsu. When Hina basically confessed to him, yes, he had that like, oh, okay. But then the more she started to rag on him and tease him about her feelings for him, honestly, it kind of came across as a joke to her when it kind of, to me, I'm not trying to say like her feelings for Taiki wasn't serious. It's clear when she was crying at the end of the episode, her feelings were serious. But the more she kept egging him on and reminding him about the feelings and everything, right? It's kind of just like the thing of like, you made him feel indifferent and it felt like you were pulling him in a different direction that he didn't want to go. And Taiki understood like, I want to end this thing now, and I don't want to make this become a problem for us later on. So Taiki did the right thing. He rejected her right then and there, knowing like, no, this is not the right thing to do. I can't have it to where she's consistently telling me how much she likes me, and it's leading to me having second thoughts about my feelings for the girl I actually do like. Because who's to say, what if he does cave in, right? And he does start dating Hina. What if the relationship doesn't go the way that it is? Because he just caved because this girl was telling him how much he likes her. But knew going into the relationship, he didn't feel the same way about her. That's the thing, Hina basically understand the reality is just because you can say how much you like somebody, how much you love somebody romantically, that doesn't mean they can have the same feelings for you back. Even if you consistently remind them time and time again, it's not gonna work out. But yeah, very emotional episode. When Hina was crying, I really felt bad for her. Um, but it sucks. It happens to everybody. You get rejected over your crush, and the thing is always about learning, is about moving on, and it's taking or accepting the rejection and moving on from that. Because at the end of the day, you'll find somebody that will like you or feel the same way how you felt about somebody else. And it's about moving on and continuing your life. Now, I don't know if in the future of the show or the series that because of this rejection, it gives Taiki and Hina kind of like apart from each other. I can see to where they were probably apart from each other for a few weeks or maybe a month or so she can get over it. But I feel like they'll be friends again, and everything, right? And I was thinking that when Taiki tried to go after Hina initially, I think he said, "Listen, I still want to be your friend and everything. I just don't see you like that." But I feel like it's gonna be a while before they start being buddy buddy friends again, or like super close friends, because she's gonna need time to get over it. Um, and obviously she's gonna have her friends and everything. Um, but that's the thing, and it'll be interesting when Taiki tells Kyo like, "Hey, I rejected Hina. She may hate me, man, but I still hope to be her friend." Which is also kind of weird. It's like when you get the childhood friend thing, you just hope like they're friends despite the rejection, right? I know that's what happened in my teen romantic comedy when our boy Iki rejected Yui Gahama. We knew that he was hoping that they could still be friends, and at the end of the series, yes, it's confirmed that they're still friends and everything. So yeah, but regardless, great episode, phenomenal episode. Definitely can't wait to see where we go next and things like that. So yeah, but anyways, we're out of here, guys. Catch you guys next video. Until then, guys, stay safe out there. Peace.